nunchuck. But he's trying to.
Yeah.
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 He can literally do nothing.
Except watch Kahlan struggle and spit on these men. So 2 of the men are holding her. The third one, like, starts biting on her. And
She kicks him in the dick, though.
yes, she kicks him in the dick.
She gets one in on him.
And then he punches her in the face, as you do,
Kind of an immediate loss. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Chase, ever the hero, charges from the ground and tackles the dude who is all up on her. And then he fucking snaps his neck with his thighs.
Yes! Chase is like a wrestler. He jumps onto this man, wraps his legs around his head, does like a figure 4 leg lock type thing, and then snaps his goddamn neck.
Yeah, he does like a Rey Mysterio move.
If I was anybody else, anybody in that whole area, Zedd being paralyzed included, you just put your weapon down and go, hey, you win. Okay, we're done. We are fucking done here. Because that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fucking impressive.
I'm not going to beat you after that. So you get your way.
Yeah, so
sorry.
So just so everyone knows, this is the count is Chase 6, everybody else fucking 0.
Nothing.
Demon Nass obviously steps in at this point. Nass? Demon steps in at this point and kicks Chase in the head and the chest area until he doesn't move anymore.
So like repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over and over until he stops moving.
Yeah, we're not going to get tackled again.
Right, which means Kahlan is an open target with nobody there to protect her. So, this is something that Jade brought up to me yesterday while we were talking about this chapter. Brophy decides to show up now, and he attacks Demon. Unfortunately, he takes out a knife, and he stabs the fuck out of Brophy. And it's sad, because, I mean, like I was telling Jade, you just kind of watched a girl watch her dog be murdered in front of her eyes, and it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But then Jade asks, well, where was Brophy in the last chapter?
Right.
And I don't know.
Not there.
He just wasn't there. And a whole lot happened with Dark and Rawl showing up and like putting people at sword point, and he just decides to not help.
Yeah, Brophy was just fucking off somewhere.
Before that, I had thought, okay, well, maybe he was back near where they met him with his wife and pups and such. But no, he's traveling with them this whole time.
Yeah, he was just wandering the woods, apparently, while all that stuff happened with the giant dragon. He didn't notice. I was wondering if maybe it had something to do with creating a plot hole. Like, if he was there, it may have caused a problem because they said that the web was a human web. Like, the web around Richard is a web for humans. That's why the humans can see it, but Scarlet cannot. So, if Brophy was there, he may have known it was Richard.
Oh, that's a good point. He might have been able to see through it. Of course, at Brophy's core, he is a human, or at least used to be human, so you never know how the magic would work like that. But yeah, it left a huge plot hole. He should have been there.
Yeah, that's all. I was thinking maybe it was just easier writing to not have him there than have to explain why it worked on the talking dog, but not the talking dragon. So at this point, Kahlan is super upset about Brophy, you know, understandably so, but she decides to channel all of that into taunting, and she just decides to poke at Demon.
Yeah, Kahlan decides the best course of action is to start talking shit. A lot of shit. Mad shit. And it works. She just goes to town about him not being a real man, attacking his manliness, his manhood, father issues, just everything.
Yeah, she makes a joke about him getting fucked by his dad, and it's like, whoa, Kahlan, you're going there.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I mean, to add to that, that's when he breaks, so there must have been some weight to it. I mean, something's got to be wrong. Something happened to this person.
To make him so fucked up?
Yeah, I mean,
probably.
Had to have.
Probably, but I don't want to feel bad for him. So.
No, I'm not saying let him off the hook. I'm just saying, I mean, he did what he did, but something happened to him to make him that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he is the way he is. I mean, he starts choking her until one of his own men goes, hey, buddy, like maybe not quite so much. We need her alive, after all. If you kill her, then we're in trouble.
Yeah. Darkin's probably not going to be happy with you, buddy, if you kill her. But Kahlan starts talking about Richard. And that's when Zedd realizes that she had a plan all along. She was being super aggressive with him because she wanted to get him to the point where he would spill some info.
Yeah, Zedd realized that Kahlan was just trying to figure out if Richard is alive. So she gets him all riled up, asks him a bunch of questions, and he's not in his right mind to be thinking to himself, no, I'm not going to give the enemy that information. He's just going to be like, nah, yeah, we killed him, to find out if they need to save him. Or maybe he has died and the game has changed now.
Right. Literally, she just wants any kind of info she can get at all about Richard at this point.
Hell of a way to get it, though.
Yeah. I feel like you went the rough route.
Oh, yeah. Rough route for sure. Because Demon, like, hits her in the face, knocks her on the ground, and he's like, hey, I'm going to do this thing myself. You've been upgraded from Goons to Nasty Nass himself. But before I do that, I'm going to do what almost every single villain ever has to do. It's bad guy monologuing time.
Heck yeah, everyone likes a good villain monologue.
So first, I'm going to describe to you the entire plan and Richard's well-being in detail. Then we're going to do the thing.
Yeah, because it's going to hurt you so much more to know the thing you want to know before you die.
Right. And he goes all the way back to Richard getting captured. And he tells Kahlan all about Denna torturing him for weeks. And then that the last time he saw the Seeker, he was kneeling in front of Lord Rawl and surely dead by now. Because nobody survives a talk with Lord Rawl. It's
one thing to, like, tell her something about Richard, but to go all the way back and be like, I'm going to recap the last 3 weeks for you, was a little weird to me that he couldn't have just been like, yeah, I know where the fucking Seeker is. Last time I saw him, he was on his knees getting a deal to his back of his head.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess considering he wasn't really probably there for most of it, it was really Denna and Richard intensive. I mean, they probably saw each other, but yeah. I don't think he was privy to everything.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I think he's just probably adding most of that, just to twist the knife, so to speak. But unfortunately for Demon, it works. And that is when Kahlan officially loses her shit. And we are going to talk about that right after we talk about what we're drinking tonight.
Oh, heck yeah! So, tonight we have another Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Surprise! This one is Commodore Perry. It is a India Pale Ale. And, I mean, as far as taste goes, I feel like if you've listened to this podcast, you know how I feel about the IPAs. I feel the same way about this one. But it's a good beer. It's a good IPA for what an IPA is.
Okay.
The bottle says, "What's this? A British-style IPA named after the man who defeated His Majesty's Royal Navy in the War of 1812? Consider this a bold, hoppy, and mildly ironic plunder of war." Huh.
It is bold. It's very hoppy. Very hoppy. I kind of like it, though.
I know.
It's almost... Jane hates that about me. It's almost... I don't think it's fruity, but the crispiness of it, the lightness of it, it's tasty good. I like it. I dig it. I'm in. I would like to have another.
I think it's like citrusy hoppiness.
Okay.
We're going to get another beer, and I guess we will be back after this. So, we're back. And when we left, Demon had just revealed to Kahlan that Richard was probably dead. And he does this for literally no reason. Again, the villain monologues are so silly. It's good for the protagonist, right? You want the information, but it makes literally zero sense. No, you're going to suffer more by not knowing, obviously. You want this information from me. I'm going to keep it from you.
Right. And I mean, that goes along with a concept that's been brought up in this book a few times. Never give the enemy more information than they have to know. If any, if at all possible.
For real.
It's all about just letting you know just so it hurts you more, which is another concept in the book that has come up a few times. It's like, right now is not the time to be just spitting venom with your mouth. You're here to do a job. Get your job done and talk shit after. But I mean, that's a terrible thing to say to someone like Zedd and Nass, but like, dude, get it over with already. Don't sit and talk about it. Not only are you giving the enemy an advantage, you're just taking longer to do your job and could let something get in the way. Like, oh, I don't know, getting bum rushed by Chase once.
Yeah, no, for real.
And then a wolf.
You have to drag her all the way back to Dahara. If you want to tell her all the shit that's going to, like, break her soul, like, do what you got to do here. Get her out. You really shouldn't waste time doing that anyways. Get her the fuck out of there and back to Dahara and, like, tell her on the way back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. But no, they got a bad guy monologue, and it always fucks stuff up for them.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to bend you over, but first I'm going to tell you about how your boyfriend's dead. Doesn't that make you sad? But no, it doesn't make her sad. It makes her weirdly calm and raise her arms and scream like a crazy person. But Zedd knew exactly, like, Zedd seems to know as soon as she does the weird scream thing, what's happening here.
Yeah, and he also knows that this isn't something she should be able to do.
Right. She, like, when she screams a second time, the air dances and moves, and, like, pebbles on the ground are moving. This is like a whole fucking movie moment.
Yeah, it's not just her having a mental breakdown. Some shit is going on in the immediate area. Zedd can feel it. Everybody there can feel it and see it. Something's happening with her magic.
Yeah, it's a magic scream. This isn't just like a scream.
Right.
The third scream, though, is worse. It's like body tearing worse.
Yeah, at this point, it gets really, really intense. Darkness gathers around her, and it moves around her, too, as she releases ancient magic. Now, Zedd has only seen this happen once before in his entire life, and it was not good. So what's happening here is Kahlan is combining two parts of her magic, the additive part of her confessor's magic, the love, with the counterpart of that from the underworld, the subtractive magic, the hate. And as this happens, okay, it turns black as night, which fucking scary, because again, daytime.
Yeah, this is early morning.
Which scary.
Yeah.
Because it's just becoming morning. It's starting to get light out, and all of a sudden it's nighttime again because she's having a tantrum.
Doing a thing.
Yeah, because she's doing a thing. So she's not just affecting them. Like, it's she turned at night, guys. It's fucking scary. The only light was around Kahlan. You can hear thunder, and that's like mixing with her scream, and there's an impact to the air, and all of the trees that were surrounding them are like stripped bare. So Kahlan has just become a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
That's angry.
She's like a dude from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Yeah, she's all lit up.
Yeah, she's got this light blue jagged egg of light around her.
She's got to be floating in the air.
Yeah.
Just not like far, but she's just
hovering.
Floating. Yeah, she's too powerful to walk.
Yeah.
I mean, when put into a context like this, that's terrifying. If you were to see somebody do that, yeah, no, avoid that person.
It's also a little bit interesting because Richard just did some